All right, awesome. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited. There's so many things going on that it's just I feel like there's just a lot and the why am I frozen? Okay. Monique, can you see me and hear me fine? Or am I frozen to you? So it must just be my computer. Weird. Okay. Like my face keeps going like anyway. All right. Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited. Like I said, there's a lot going on, with we have Project X, right? Which by the way, that stuff made my face feel so freaking soft. And I was so excited about it. We'll kind of talk about that. But we are back from Katie Muntz's retreat. We hosted a retreat. I had the privilege and honor of being involved in her hosting her retreat in where were we? Fort Lauderdale. We were in Deerfield Beach, right outside of Fort Lauderdale. We were in a house 5 minutes from the beach. It was perfect. It was so awesome. And her team that earned this retreat. They're just phenomenal, and it's so great to get and sit and learn from each other. And I take myself back to 11 and a half years ago, um, when I didn't know anything. And I'm like, okay, I'm still learning. Like we can all help each other, right? And I'm still learning. And I always, it's that whole once you're the smartest person in the room, you need a different room. So I'm always learning. Like I've never like I have things to give, but I also have things to take away and leave and become better. So Monique is one, she is one of Katie's, and she's so awesome. I've got to now spend time with her several times, and she's just such a ray of light. She's funny because she looks all sweet and innocent, but she'll be scrappy too. And but she's also like she's mama bear for her kids and this business is another opportunity for her. So, Monique, go ahead and unmute. Kind of just tell us a little bit about yourself for people that don't know you. Tell us about yourself, where you're from, how you, is it not letting you unmute? Here, I'm just going to see if that works. And then how you started thriving and what this business is doing, and then we'll kind of chat about the retreat.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, I am from a super, super small town in New Mexico, and I started thriving almost 5 years ago. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I was with a different company, and I was just like so wore out from network marketing. I was so done with it, and I was like, I'm never gonna do this. But I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. And all I had to pay was my truck payment. That's all, just my truck payment. And so I had been following Katie for months and months and months, and I saw these VIP bonuses, and I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna make my truck payment within the next 2 weeks. So I'm gonna join this girl. I'm gonna earn those VIP bonuses, and then I'm quitting. I'm done. Like I'm just earning the bonuses and dipping. And so that was the plan. And that's kind of what I did. I jumped in, I earned the bonuses, and I was not even expecting like to actually have the payout that the VIPs offer. So I paid my truck payment and on for like 4 months. And I was just like, whatever, kind of here, there, post, whatever. Wasn't taking the products until some bonuses were launched. And so I was like, okay, I did it the first time. I got those VIP bonuses. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go after these rank bonuses. And so I pulled off my products from the shelf and I tried it. And I was like, in love. I was like, I don't even care if I earn bonuses. I am a mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom. These products, I feel so good. I'm not trying to nap in the middle of the day with my kid. It's not taking everything just to get up and shower and go for a walk. Like I was just feeling absolutely amazing. And that's pretty much it. That's what I joined for. I joined for the VIP bonuses, but once I tried the three-step system, I was blown away.
That's so fun because I'm always like, you just got to get this product in your body. But you know who told me that when I was watching her and she was reaching out to me? Maria Dillard. You just got to get this product to your body. Because I was like, what's it supposed to do? What's it gonna do? You just got to get this product to your body. And, you know, and that's the thing, like, until you get this product in your body, you don't understand why we're so passionate. You don't understand why we feel so good or why we can't shut up about it. You know, shut up about it. I feel so good. I want all my tired, exhausted mama friends to experience this, fully explain and experience it. So, okay, Monique, let's talk the retreat. This is, I think is this your third retreat?
Yes, third.
Yeah. Okay. So I, and I want people to understand I'm not just talking about you have to get to an earned retreat. Community. We've got to get community. And if you don't have local thrivers, then you need to make some. Like you need to get your friends local to you thriving so that y'all can connect. You can meet up for lunch. You can meet up for play dates. You can, you know, have a mom's night out and be thriving and have a good time together because thrivers have fun together and thrivers have more fun together and thrivers are more fun together than not thriving or with not thriving people. So, all right, go ahead. What are some things? Just kind of tell us about the weekend and then I'll ask some questions.
I it's every single time I've either been to a conference or the retreat, it's just like so mind-blowing and it just opens up your eyes to like other thrivers and like what you see like when you see people walk across the stage and you're just like, I could never do that. I'm not worthy of it. My life is, I'm broken and I'm struggling. And if you guys don't, most of you don't know, but I'm 26. I'm a single mom. I have two kids. I'm in college. I am a Special Olympics coach. My youngest has Down syndrome, so he has a lot of health issues. My oldest is currently playing three sports right now. And it's just like, the reason like sometimes I've caught myself saying like, "Oh, I don't have enough time today to post. I'm just busy, busy, busy. I don't have enough time," or "I don't deserve this." I, you know, whatever excuse it is, but like once you get connected with other thrivers, like I have in this last retreat, it just like it really opens up my mind to like realizing that like all of us struggle, all of us go through things, all of us like life hits all of us and like thriving and getting yourself to the community and these retreats or conference or anything it's just like a reason to turn that like pain into purpose and finding your purpose through this community and thrive.
Absolutely. Okay, so something that we did um this weekend is I told everybody to come with something to teach. Come with something, it could be anything, you know, and of course, you know, immediately you're like, well, I don't know anything. Everybody already knows what I know. And quickly I shut that down. And I was like, nope. Like there are things that I still don't know. And there are things that are probably working for you that I haven't tried yet. There are things that I may have known 10 years ago that I've forgot, you know. So when I hear from other people, it's like a refresh. It's a, oh yeah, I used to do that. I don't know why I don't do that anymore. And it's a reminder to do those things. So we had time where we learned from everybody. We had a Zoom with Jason Jorgensen. We had a Zoom with Cliff. Maria surprised us and came in for a day. That was so good. So what are some things, Monique, that you learned or took away that you're implementing now this week that you could share with people that weren't there so that they could get a little glimpse?
It's really about like I think the biggest thing I've noticed and it ties into what I just said was like just sharing your story and sharing just who you are authentically and how Thrive plays into your life and what's and not even just like the business side of it, but the products and how it like helps you every single day and how it can help other people. Like, it's usually Instagram and social media is like a highlight reel where you just see like the picture perfect life. And it's like, wow, she's doing all of these things, but like you don't see the struggles that happen. And like that's more relatable to people who follow you. Like they don't relate to you for having like this perfect clean house and perfect life and never have any struggles or anything like that. Like they relate more on like who you are authentically and the struggles you go through because chances are they're probably going through something similar. And so just sharing my story and like not being ashamed of like the struggles that I do have or like the reason why I need Thrive, like financially or, the products to keep me going through the day with my kids and all of the things, like just sharing that part of it and not like really not caring about, my social media just looking picture perfect. Like there's nothing wrong in nothing, no struggles.
Well, and we have to be real. And I know somebody has said it before that reality TV is the most binge watched TV, right? And it's because people relate to not perfect, and now granted, like Real Housewives, that's a little over dramatic for me. But I'm like, ooh, why is she mad at her? Why did she throw a grape at her head? Like you get interested, and it's not just because they're like their makeup is perfect or they're this or that. Like you're like, tell me the tea behind the scenes. What's the drama? And so being real in your stories or on your post, or any of that. And we kind of talked, had that conversation a lot with last week being a heavy week. And a lot of people are like, how do I work my business with this? How do I post how good I feel with this? And I'm like, the thing is, you can post that it's heavy. You can post that you're sad, but you can also still talk about what this product has done for you and the other people that you're helping in this business. Because I kind of compared it to like if I were still at the salon, I would have to go to work the next day. I would be with my clients. I would, we would be talking about it, obviously. But also realtors have to continue to post homes they have for sale. So it's like it's no different. It's just because we have a heart, we're like, well, I don't want to, And so something that I talked to Katie about this, and I talked to somebody else yesterday. My feed when I was scrolling like Facebook over the last several days, like it was full of that going on, right? And it was like every single one in a row. And all of a sudden there was a marriage comedy one, and it made me smile. Like it made me have this like wave of relief of the heavy. And so I was like, okay, we need to be that for other people. We need to be the commercial break in the news feed, the happy interruption, the something different. So if you're not posting, if you're not talking, then you're not being somebody else's I can breathe for a second, So I think that's kind of like important to hear right now. I love Monique. So something that you said, and this reminded me of this. There's that saying, there's two types of people. The I can't or I don't have time to because, and listen, I'm a single mom and this is we're going all day. We have sports, blah, 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 blah. And the mom that says, I have to because I'm a single mom. I have two kids. We have sports all day. I have, all the things. So are you a I can't because and you're missing everything? Or are you a I have to because and you're hungry and you're making it work? And we talk about that. We need hungry people that are gonna run after this, not the people that have to analyze every aspect of the business. Sharing, like she said, sharing your story. And I want to add to that. consistently, consistently sharing, consistently posting, consistently showing up. And for Monique, like in person, because her kids are in sports, so she's around people, she gets to meet people, and being, approachable versus like sitting on your phone with your, an RBF face or whatever, like, don't talk to me. Like, no, we have to be personable. Like, we have to be approachable, and that's going to continuously grow your business. Um, Monique, is there anything else that you took away from whether it was a Zoom, one of the Zooms, or Maria or Katie or any of us?
I feel like I had so much. I learned so much, and I think I it's like this every single time I go to like conference or a
Mhm.
retreat or something. It's just like it's so amazing. And it always like lights a fire under me where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this because I think the first day we got there, going back to the I can't because or I'm going to because that's exactly what I had said where like, our summer consistent, I was good, and then like school started, my classes started, coaching for the Special Olympics, like my kids' sports started, and I was telling Katie, I was like, I don't know, like I've been struggling the last couple weeks because like just sitting down and finding a time to like type out a post and get something up. Like I can't, I have like too much going on throughout the day. But it is like, okay, I can't because my kids in sports and we're like on the go from 6 in the morning till 9:30 at night, or like I have to find 5, 10 minutes a day to sit down and type out a post because of this life. Like because of the financial side of it and the things that the things that I can be earning and the money I can be making and the bonuses, the cabs, like all of the things and sharing and not even just for me, but like also sharing with other people and like them feel better, helping the other moms on my kids' football team and baseball team and soccer team, like experience the products and help them out with what we know and how we feel with our products in this company.
Well, and two, I think watching you and knowing you, it's like I have to, because your goals are bigger than your current situation. And the things that you want for your kids, the things that you want for your future, for their future. And so it's that remembering that. And then two, like, so because we did talk about this with Monique while we were there, I want y'all to know. So if you're that situation, right? Like, I can't find the time to make a post. I can't find time to think of the words for a post. I can't find time to sit down and do the post. I would encourage you, one, to assess your time. A lot of times people say, I don't have time, but they're scrolling mindlessly. um, like, stop yourself. Susan Kaufman, and I talked about her this weekend too. She sets timers, and that was a big help for me, setting timers, so 5 minutes, 5 minutes to fold clothes or whatever, 5 minutes to do this, you have 5 minutes to scroll if you're trying to go relate to people, and then stop, right? But one thing is using, I put things in my notes in my phone. Like if I have an idea, I will talk it, so it goes talk to text, because if I'm driving or whatever, I can't text, or I don't have time to fully text it out. So I will voice to text it to my notes. Here's an idea I have, and I'll say the idea, and then turn around when you're not driving, when you have literally 30 seconds, put that idea in Chat GPT and say, I have this idea. Will you help me turn it into a post? And then with Chat GPT, it will ask you, do you like this? Do you want it? And you can say, make it shorter, make it funnier, make it more me. And then you can go and you can change your word, like copy what it says. And if you still want to change some words, but for me, like that's helpful when I'm like, I have an idea, but 75 ideas in my head is making me stop and I don't know what to post. Right. So utilizing that, because you're utilizing tools. You're just like, it's like if you were a carpenter, you're using the tools in your toolbox. This is a tool in your toolbox, using those things. Um, Katie. Okay, I wanted Katie to pop on too. Monique, if you have anything, you can just interject.
Hi.
Katie.
Can you
All
hear
right.
me?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Monique
Katie
made me
got
self-conscious. I'm eating my lunch and it's like a chicken apple sausage. And she texts me on the side and she goes, "Did you just bite a wiener off a fork?" Like, Mo.
Monique said that.
Like,
Yeah,
it's a sausage.
those two
I
are
text
funny together.
I text Amber. I was like, "If you see me run back, I'm making lunch. I had jury duty this morning. I'm starving, so I'm like, if you see me here and there, I'm cooking." Hi. Okay, so Mo, I love you so much. Getting us in a room together, it's like dangerous. You just never know what you're gonna get, but you're always laughing. I promise. So I'm taking notes about everything. I'm always taking notes. If you know me, I have like stacks of notebooks. Learners are earners, yes, and so you guys, you might see from the outside, like, oh, y'all had so much fun this weekend. And we did have fun. But we weren't just like, oh, let's stay up late and party and like go to the beach. We watched the boot camp videos. We had the Zoom with Cliff, we had the Zoom with Jason. We were doing like growth things. Like everybody brought something to the table. We all had our notebooks and we were like, hey, what works for everybody? We're going around the circle. We played Would You Rather Business Edition. And then, okay, like, would you rather have a customer that does this or this? And then why? Like, why do you feel that way? And it was just so cool, like pinballing, just the way that we build our business off of each other. Um, there's a couple things that you guys had said that I wanted to bring up is to be real. I posted the reel that we made with the LOVE. If y'all haven't seen it, it was so funny. Amber nailed the E, Amber and Megan. But then I posted like a behind the scenes, right? Like constantly sharing video content. Like every time we were doing something, Amber is like, "Let me put my phone up real quick. Hold on." And she would like throw her phone on the tripod and then just record us packing the gifts, mixing up shakes, like whatever the case we were doing. She was just her phone was just there. It's like always.
I'm going to interrupt you on that. I have made myself be intentional
Yes.
over this past probably 6 months to a year because I was always like, I'm not doing I'm always like, I don't have anything to I don't have any content. So
Yeah.
I've started making myself even today, Jason and I were both sitting at the table on our computers and I was like, hold on, I'm gonna film this. And like
Yeah.
threw the tripod up and got that for background. So like
Because you just never know when you're gonna have like
intentional.
that nugget of like inspiration. Like, oh my gosh, like, I have an amazing video to pair with this. You know what I mean? Like you can use it for anything. All you need to do is find a trending reel and throw some text on the video, and like boom, you have a reel. Just make sure it's valuable and it has like nuggets for people. We jumped in the pool. We videotaped that. Like this girl was constantly videoing to the point where I would walk through the kitchen and her phone would just be sitting there staring at me. I'm like, I'm just like shimmying in front of her camera because it was just always there.
I'm gonna share that one today, by the way.
You can show it, it's fine. But like it was just always, and it was very intentional of her. Like everything she did, she was videotaping it, and so I'm anticipating seeing reels for probably the next 6 months from that one weekend. So share the behind the scenes, videotape everything. Um, Amber wanted me to mention this, and I was like, "Of course you want me to mention this because you were right and I was wrong." So no,
I
no, no,
gave that as an example and you weren't wrong. Stop.
I wasn't wrong. So we were sitting around the pool, and I think it was Megan, or maybe it wasn't. Somebody asked me like, "Hey, what would you do if a customer asked you X, Y, and Z?" And I said I would answer it. Like to me, I believe my job as the promoter is to answer their questions. And then Amber goes, "Well, I would just send them my website." And I'm like,
Well,
I wouldn't.
not just in the
No, no,
moment.
no, no, no. Yeah, she goes, "Well, I would send them the website." And I'm like, no, like for me, I was like, I believe I should answer the questions and then send them the website when they're ready to order. But and Amber goes, "Yeah, but some people are visual. Like some people are okay talking to you back and forth. Some people are okay getting on the phone, but some people need to see things." And so I never really like thought about that. So we were at dinner that night and this girl had messaged me and I was like starving. I was about to inhale this prime rib, okay, and the au jus. I was about to like inhale this plate of food, and so this girl messaged me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be Amber for a minute, and I sent her a little text excerpt thing, and I'm like, here's the link. I was like, here, I'm like, Amber, don't fail me now, okay? Here's the link. And the girl messaged me back, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that. I'm such a visual learner." And I'm like, Amber, I'm like, you were right. And so, but like, I would have never, I don't know, like, I've just always thought, like,
I'm the promoter, I answer the questions, but I'm not visual. Like I'm the kind of person that wants I want to talk to you and I want to ask the questions and get my answers from a real human. I'm the type of person on the phone where I'm like customer service. Like I'm a human. Right. And sometimes I wonder if they can like hear the preview of us while we're on the phone with the robots. I want to talk to people, but some
Mhm.
people are visual, right? And Amber was like, some people might need to
Yeah.
see it. So I
Well, and
took that.
I want to talk on that because that's such a great topic.
Mhm.
Is one, because you're not wrong. Like you're like, because she was so like intense on, but that's my job. That's my job to educate them. That's my job. And I'm like, it is absolutely. The website is just another tool in your toolbox. And so if you're, because a lot of times too much words, people don't know how to respond to that. And so if it's a wording partnered with the website. So like if somebody asks me about our collagen, I'm going to tell them my experience real quick. Like, oh my gosh, my nails are so freaking strong and I have new hair growth growing in. Here, let me send you the link so you can see more about the product specifically. And then I'll send the link, right? There's two reasonings behind that. Is one, people are nosy. So when they get the link, so if you're just sending them the ingredient PDFs, like just a screenshot of the ingredients when somebody says, "Hey, what's in it?" You're doing yourself and your business a disservice. If you're sending them the link to that specific product and hey, here's the link to know more about the product and the ingredients are also right there. Now what? They're hearing from the company, they're hearing third party, they're seeing a video about the product, probably they're reading it. They're also going to click somewhere else and they're going to see, oh, you also have energy drinks. Oh, you have skincare. Oh, you have this. So, because I cannot tell you the amount of times that somebody has asked me for one specific thing, I send them my link, and then they like come back with, "Hey, can I order some of that activate stuff?" Or hey, and they weren't even asking about energy. Y'all, so like that's the second reasoning behind that. But also, so like for me, I'm not just an audio person. I'm not just a video person. I am a combined learner. So like if you just sent me like a drawing of something, I'd be like, eh. But if you just sent me a description of something, I'd be like, eh. But if you send me the description or like when Jason's trying to describe something to me, I also need the drawing or whatever, right? So like it's like my brain puts two and two together when you send both, and I'm like, aha, and it makes sense. So that's
I
just
think that's applicable to anything though, because like we have the customer pages, and you don't just have the conversation with the potential. You then plug them into the customer page, and you don't just plug them into the customer page. You then follow up. Like there's just layers, and I don't know, I just never put it together like that. And I was like, and ask Amber, like I was ready to fight. I was like, no, it's my job. I am not sending them a website. Like, no, it is. I need to answer the questions. That's what I'm here for. And she
and
was like,
that's so funny because I was thinking, yeah, that's my job to inform them and send them the website.
but we were at dinner and I was like, Amber, like, you got me. So, but be open minded to things, you know what I mean? Like, and try it. Like, at first, I'm the kind of person, and I've really worked on this. Like, when I find something that works for me, I'm like, I'm doing this until I die. This works. But like companies evolve, products evolve, businesses evolve, the way things work evolve, right? When I joined network marketing back in 2015, I used to be able to post a picture of someone's before and afters and sign up 10 customers. Like literally, if it was that, you know what I mean? And you can't do that anymore. Like you can't do that anymore because back then it was like, network marketers were kind of far and few between on social media. So it's like if you were in network marketing, you were like a one of a kind. And now everybody's selling something everywhere. So yeah, you have to stand out and you have to market differently and do different things. And so I was very stuck in it. And then at dinner, I was like, I'm just gonna screw it. Like I want this prime rib so bad. I don't have time to voice message her. I sent her the link. And it worked. So that's something I'll definitely be doing moving forward. Thanks, Amber. Always learning. But I also
That's the
wanted
thing
to,
too, is I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
no, you're fine.
That's the thing. And Katie and I play off each other so well. Like she doesn't mind that I'm interrupting her. But like I learned from Katie. So it's kind of cool that Katie learned something from me, you know? Like I learn from Katie all the time. I'm always like, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? You know, like so it's not a, oh, Katie, you have to do this my way or whatever. It's we're just always learning from each other. I want to answer Katie while you're eating. I want to answer Blair asked, do you send the link where they have to create the profile or the other one? So honestly, I send so my link and when I'm talking about sending links about specific products they're asking about, I go to that specific link. So if you go to your username.lavelle.com, go click on the product that you're talking about, right? So from the Shop Thrive side, not the Cloud Office side. Um, they're asking about, hey, do you have anything to help me sleep? My answer would be actually when I started taking our 1, 2, 3, I started sleeping right away. It was crazy how I didn't see the clock 4 and 5 times a night anymore. And I may send them the link to the Thrive 1, 2, 3. But if they're like, awesome, I just really, do you have just one product that's specifically for sleep? I'm going to send them probably sleep and rest. And it's so you can click in your cloud or in not cloud office on your customer shop side and you can go to the sleep product and the rest product, copy that link. And it's basically, it's like your link backslash products backslash sleep. It's something like that. But you can copy it from Thrive Connect or you can copy it direct from the website and you can send them directly to that link where they're going to see about sleep. They're going to see about this like form, you know, like things like that. Like there's also most all of the products with the specific links like that, most all of them have a video. So I love that. I'll be like, hey, there's a video at the bottom. You can hear more about it. You can read more about it. The ingredients are right there. Let me know if you have any questions. You know, that's kind of how I recommend that versus you doing all the work. There's also another reason behind that is if you have a potential thriver, okay, you don't know if they're coming in as a customer or promoter. And then let's say they're a customer. They have probably already talked themselves out of being a promoter if you're answering all their questions with so much knowledge. Now, the knowledge may be you're messaging Katie or you're messaging me and you're like, hey, they want to know more about the DFT or they want to know about this. And if I'm answering all those questions and you're going back and you're answering, they're thinking, oh my gosh, Blair is so smart and she has so much time. I don't have time to do that. I'm not as smart as Blair. But if you're just sending the direct information and they can look through it themselves or you're putting them in third party validation, they're like, oh, well, that was pretty simple. Like Blair just sent me the information, or you know, Blair shared with me, her introduced me to her friend who shared her story. I can do that. And then you're creating the wheels of the brain of a possible potential promoter versus, oh, no way I could do what she does. She's too smart and whatever. Okay, Katie, go ahead.
Okay, you're good. No, you're good. My train has left the station. Anyways, so like you're fine, you're fine. I was eating and listening to you. I wanted to mention something too. If you have not went back and watched Susan Kaufman's video in the boot camp, we watched it at the retreat, and I'm telling you, well, number one, her interview's phenomenal. I love you, Susan. But she had so many tips that even like 7 years in, I'll be 8 years thriving for me in November, which is like crazy. But there's so many things where I was like, oh my god, I would have never thought to do that, or I would have never thought of that. And I want to like give an honorable mention to a couple of them. One, she said, when she'll wish people a happy early birthday. So she's the first one before they get bombarded, right? She'll keep the conversation going. And then a couple of days later, she'll hop into their inbox and say, hey, like I'm on the way to the post office to drop off a couple of samples. Maybe wanted to offer or extend to you a post birthday sample. Let me know your address and I'll pop this in the mail for you. She's assuming it. She's not going, Do you want one? No, it's let me know your address and I'll pop this in the mail for you. Or, whenever you have a customer, saying, hey, and I did this literally, Susan, as soon as your video ended, I did this and it worked. So I messaged a customer of mine and I said, hey, just wanted to let you know I have 3 extra samples in my back office. I'd love to send out for you, or I'd love to send them out for you to some of your friends or family to help you thrive for free. Who can I send these to? Not, do you have anyone in mind? Because I've gone that route where I'm like, oh, can you think of anyone? Do you have anyone? Do you know anyone? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I know anybody. And like, I don't have any friends. But when you're like, who can I send these to? Like, I'm sending them out. You're just going to tell me who. You'll be surprised, like, how quickly they're able to, oh, my mom and my neighbor and like this girl that I work with. So assume that. And I always assume the sale as well. And I know that we're ping ponging everywhere. Welcome to my brain. I always assume the sale as well, even when I'm closing for with a customer. I'm like, let me get your order in, or what's your login information? I'll get this order placed for you. I'm not asking, is that okay with you? Or, is this something that's all right with you? I'm like, let's get your order placed today. If they have a reservation, they're going to come back to you with their reservation. Okay. But I'm saying, hey, I'd love to get these products in your hand. I'm going to create you a free customer account, grab some of your information, and get your order placed. And a lot of people even like it. I manage like 95% of my customers' accounts. Amber, I don't know what you do, but I manage a lot of my customers' accounts because they love that they can just message me and go, hey, can you order this for me today? Like the cappuccino shakes. I had a couple people message me and they're like, can you grab me some of those? I'm like, yeah, I got you. Like I always told Tony, I said, I will like RIP to me if my phone ever breaks because I have all of my customers' logins on like to my face. I know I need to back it up. It's a problem, but
Yes,
assume
ma'am. I'm gonna have anxiety all day. That's on your next part of your to-do list today is go
yes.
back up your phone. It doesn't back up every night.
I don't know. I am so out of cloud storage. It's not even funny.
Do you hear the panic in my breathing right now?
No, but just assume that people want these products, assume the sale, assume getting the sample out, walk with confidence. If you don't have the confidence in what you've got, why is someone else going to be confident in there? Like, oh, hey guys, I've got 3 samples and I was just wondering if anybody wants one. No, like if I'm talking about samples, I'm like, hey, just packed up 10 samples. These are going to fly off like hotcakes. Who wants one? First come, first serve. Like, I know I'm getting these samples out. Do you want one or not? So just walking in there and being confident in what you've got. And then knowing that if you're the type of person that is too busy for all of this, like Amber said, number one, check your time because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. I'm gonna, revert back to Mo because we were just on this retreat together. Like the first night there, her son got hurt, right? Life happens. He had to go to the ER and he got hit with, I think it was a football, and she was worried about him. And then the next night she's doing schoolwork, and then the next night she's under the blanket on the couch, like at 1 o'clock in the morning, like putting in like her homework that was due, at 1 a.m. And so she was there, but she was getting it all done, right? And like Amber was making the content, Monique was doing the schoolwork. Like we were still able to get it done. We were still able to get on the boot camps.
And I made sure everybody was fed.
We what?
I was getting the content and all the things been out, and I was still making sure everybody was fed. Like
And
that's my
yes.
like
Amber was,
like to me, I don't want to starve. So that's always my like number one thing when I'm hosting is making sure everybody has food.
I would turn around and I'm like, where's Amber? I'm like, oh, she's in the kitchen cooking. She just cooked like an hour ago. What's she cooking now? Like there's just always food out. Amber is just always making food. But there was just some, and like, so you have all these things happening, right? We're all busy. We're all doing things. We still made time for the beach day. Like I locked in my cab 10 the last day that we were there. I told Amber too. I literally was like, because I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys. I missed my cab 20 last month. I hit cab 20 in August. And then in September, I was at 17. I know for a fact I could have hit it. I had people that I could have followed up with. I had potentials that I could have reached out to. I could have gone through the customer page. I could have gone through my customer retention reports, my back office. But Tony's grandma had passed away while we were on our vacation, the end of the month. And then no, I hit it in July, missed in August. Sorry, it's totally September right now. But so his grandma had passed away, and then as soon as we got back, we had her funeral. And then the very next day, I got a phone call from my aunt that my grandpa was now admitted, and it's likely that he's not coming home. He has stage 4 cancer, and so it's been emotional, right? Until the end of last month, I literally was like, I don't even care. Like I was so mentally just like, whew, like I didn't have it in me, but You guys, after the month ended, and this is what I want to share. This is what's so important. After the month ended and everything went back to zero, I looked back and I said, Katie, you dumbass. like, like I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You are so much better than that. You could have done it, but like I was just in this funk where I should have reached out to Amber. You know what I mean? Because Amber would tell me, "Hey, take a break. It's okay," or "Hey, you're too close to miss this," right? And like that's the conversation we would have had. She would have been like, "Dude, you're too close to miss this. Get it done. Cry tomorrow." like, and so if that's you, if you're behind, right? Like we're midway through the month. If you're behind or things are happening or life's happening or, you know, get it done still and find the time to get it done within reason of your circumstances. But I told Amber this month, I said, come hell or high water, like I'm going to redeem myself. And so we were at the retreat and I was sitting at, I was at 8 when we came in, 7 or 8. And I said to Amber, I said, I will book this house another day and another day and another day as long as I need to because I'm not going home without Cab 10. like it is just not happening. And so then I was at 9 and Megan Rabb was at 9 and it was like, I'll race you there. And we were by the pool and it was friendly competition. I was like, I was following up with everybody and their grandma. like, I'm gonna get it. And Megan and I were racing and I won. But we did it. And so just knowing like a lot of people set these goals and you're like, oh well, I'll try. And if I get it, cool, and if not, whatever, or it's too far-fetched, or I'll try my best. And I was like, no, I'm not, there's no try my best this month. I'm hitting it, period.
Well, and having others that have the same goals or higher than you is a good push, because like if you see these people getting shouted out for cab and you're like, oh, I'm not there yet. Like flip your thinking, right? Flip your thinking to, dang it, if she can do it, I can do it. And like I'm gonna catch her, like I'm gonna catch her. I'm gonna go to, because I will tell you that's exactly when cab 20 was first a thing, I didn't hit it. um, I didn't hit it because I had talked myself out of it because I saw people hitting it and I was like, well, I'm not as good as them. I'm not as good as Susan. I'm not as good as so and so. But then I flipped my thinking and when cab 10 came out, I hit cab 10 so smoothly that I was like, well, heck, if I can do 10, I can do 20. And then I was like, if I can do 20, I can do 30. And so the max I have hit is cab 30, but like use it as a, if she can do it, I can do it. Isn't there like a song about that? Anything you can do, I can do better. Like that song, whatever that is.
Okay. Yeah, we'll roll with that.
There is a song. I don't know what it is. Anyway, but okay, I wanted Monique, I know you had unmuted. I think you were wanting to say something, but Katie said it as well, and I actually wrote it down. That was one thing. She was very there. She was very present. But in between the moments where she didn't fully need to be that present, she was working on her assignments. She's like, I have until blah 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 time. I have to do this. And like we were helping her, she's like, I need a soup or I need this. And we were like,
Taking,
I need
taking pictures
chocolate.
with some potatoes.
They're like, here's chocolate chips. Here's this. Oh, if you do this is like that. Like, so we were helping her, like, what can we do to make this easier for you? What can we do for you to check this off and come back to being fully present? So just remember that. Okay, Monique.
No, I think it also goes back to like the I can't because or I have to because like Thrive like here with the opportunity and the business side of it, it's like no, like I can still be a present mom. I can still be involved in the sports. I can still go back to school. I can still be coaching. I can still be doing all of these things and still reach the goals here and go on these retreats and go to conference and the lifestyle getaways and like earn these bonuses. And it's just like just another track to reach those goals, but not just having to like forget about your whole life. It's like it's not a 9 to 5 where you ignore your kids all day and you just sit on your phone all day and you lock yourselves in the room and you're just like, well, I can't go to practice because I have to make a post today. It's like it's so easily included in our lives where it's like, it is that I have to because
Well, and that goes back to truly, we say all the time, and I know some people get tired of us saying this, you truly work this in the nooks and crannies. And so for somebody that has full-time job, full-time single mom, full-time kids sports, full-time all the things, work this in between, and it's 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes here. Oh, I got 20 minutes right now, like whatever it is. And it, like making a post when you go to the bathroom, like whatever it takes, it's in the nooks and crannies. I know, like when Maria started, when Susan started, when I started, like we were doing this in between minutes, and um we just found a way. And so that's the thing, is taking use of your minutes, your nooks and your crannies. It doesn't have to be oh, I don't have 2 extra hours a day. I'm like, do you have 5 minutes? Like, you can do this in 5 minute increments all day long.
Can I
Like,
just
Well,
say too that
I
you go?
I just want to add one thing that I got from, I've seen it so many times with Amber, of course, on all of the trips we've been on. But I think this time, like I watching you, I was like, this girl is so smart. Like I think I get like really hesitant on this, but like just using like it, it takes a while to sit down and type something out, but we're like all sitting around in a circle and Amber's just like, okay, so when you do this and then and just send a voice message. And I'm like, it's so much quicker just doing a voice message than trying to like type it out and make this big old long paragraph. And even if it's not a voice message, just like at least using the little microphone thing where it turns your words into like typed out. And it's just like, instead of trying to just sit there and like, oh, how do I word this? Just start the little microphone and say what you need to say and then go and edit it up. It's like so much easier making the post or talking to people and using that little feature on the phone.
There was literally a time where we were driving. I don't remember where we went, but Amber drove there and I was working. And then she's like, you're driving back. And then she was working and I hit a speed bump and her head hit the ceiling. And I'm so really sorry. She was like talking, and she's like, doof. I'm like, I didn't see it. No, it just, and not only that too, but it's like people can hear you. I want to encourage everybody today, like go do your follow-ups when you get off today with, your potential promoters, customers, what have you, whatever you've got to do, but do it in a voice message. And please, like, don't make it like 5 minutes, okay? Like, don't make them like 5 minutes, but just a quick, like 30 seconds, a quick follow-up, get right to the point. They can hear you. They don't care if your kids are screaming. They don't care if they can hear outside noise if you're walking down the sidewalk. They don't care. They want to know that you're real and that you care about them. And you can post all day long and do all these things and text all day long, and that's fine. And like it's okay, it's fine. Like follow up, like it works when you follow up via text, but people can hear you in a voice message. And I think that it's so different. Like it just makes it more personal, I feel like. And so they know, like you can always tell. I get follow up. This girl from Mary Kay follows up with me all the time. And it's like, hey, gorgeous, with like 11 emojis. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. And I'm like, how many other people did you send this to? Just wondering. And I just know that I was a copy and paste that she sent to 20 people. But when you voice message someone, just a quick follow up, make it personal. Hey, we talked last week about being tired with school starting, and just, oh, she remembered what we talked about.
and just like Katie said, you can be doing anything in the background. Just don't be chewing food while you're sending a voice memo. It's such a turn off. No, not you doing it while we're doing, but when
No,
like,
because you've done it to me. She'll voice message me. I'm like, what you eating? But I'm different. It's fine.
okay, thanks for that.
Love
But
you.
no, but like if you're talking to your BFF, like
Yeah.
y'all can drink and eat and talk. But yeah, if you're following up with the potential, like that's not it. Okay,
Hey, this
Monique.
GLP really makes me control my appetite.
Monique, did you have anything else? Nope. Okay. All right. We love following you, Monique. Oh, and I know some of y'all are probably like, wasn't there supposed to be another girl in here? So Shannon, if y'all could say some prayers, right before the Zoom, her little boy started just projectile vomiting everywhere and wouldn't stop, and he was fine this morning. And so now they're at the ER. So just say some prayers for that, and we will get her on later. Let's see what else. Oh, tonight. Okay. The corporate, we have the Thursday corporate call. Now they're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. And as a matter of fact, I don't even know what times tonight is, and I'm on it. But they're doing a live Zoom so that people can see the product working for Project X. And let me find it. I was asked yesterday if Jason and I would live demonstrate our Project X beta samples. And that is tonight. Again, now I can't find the when. I want to say it's at 6 Central. And the dog just came in here. Has anybody seen that? Actually, I have a screenshot somewhere. Sorry, y'all. See, but this is how I work my business. I just whatever it is. I'm not perfect. 7 p.m. Central. Okay. Don't forget the Project X calls Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Every Tuesday will be a Project X Zoom, and every Thursday will be a Project X call. All right. So okay, it says 7 p.m., but then it says go beyond the progress at 6 p.m. I'm gonna double check this and I'm gonna post it in Thrive Stars and in the Connect app. Okay, because I have it from our things. What time does it say in the Connect app, Janelle?
Sorry, I can't unclick the button. It says 7 Central.
Okay. So the opportunity call is at 6 on Thursdays, and then these Project X calls are going to be at 7. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, wait, this is confusing. Okay, perfect. Makes sense. All right. Tonight, the Zoom, the information is in your cloud office, also in your Thrive Connect app. So there you go. We'll see you live tonight. That is something you can share with anybody not thriving. Share with all your team, share with people not thriving. They're going to see my instant transformation and Jason's instant transformation. And I'm pretty sure there's other people on the call too, but I don't know who. So, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Monique. Thanks everybody for jumping on. I challenge you when you get off this Zoom to go put something you just learned to action. Go implement it. Don't say, oh, I'm going to do that tomorrow, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do it when. Pick one thing and go do it. One thing you learned that was an aha moment and go put it into action. Bye, y'all.